That's your opening? We're live.
Oh.
There's too many lives going on right now. He's like, wait, what? I'm watching your eyes go in two separate directions. Hello, everybody.
Yo, I love that. How you doing, guys? Ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
It's the end of the year, y'all. We're tired.
Man.
We're tired.
Yo.
Welcome to the Midheaven podcast live, where we analyze the stars for you. My name is Candice Marie. This is my partner in crime,
The peace dealer.
aka Mr. Godiva. Can that please be your new rap name?
I honestly wanted to make it my beat maker producer tag. But
Oh, it should be.
I might spit some bars. Have like cashmere feathers and just be like, yeah. Just rap with like a deeper voice about chocolate. It's good.
I mean, I would listen to that as a Caucasian woman.
Hey.
I would listen to rap about chocolate.
That's
And by
what's
chocolate,
up.
I mean chocolate, not chocolate daddies. But I mean, either or, whatever. Whatever your fancy is.
I called my album Coco.
Shit.
Word.
We are super excited to be here. This is our in-between filming. We're actually doing a two-part episode for you guys right now. That's all of the highlights of 2022, some of the most important transits for 2022. So we want you guys to be aware that that is coming out on Monday. Unless you are a subscriber, you'll get it on Tuesday. If you're not subscribing, please consider subscribing, supporting this channel. It makes it possible for us to keep doing what we're doing, and also keeping the booze flowing. I'm not gonna lie, that's really what this is about. We need to be able to drink on the internet, and to do that, we need subscribers. But we also have other things like lights and mics and set
More
decoration
booze.
and more booze.
And cheese.
And cheese.
Oh,
Mike
snacks.
really likes Baby Bell cheeses, and he also likes shrimp cocktail.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We have a nice spread here.
I definitely do.
And hello to everybody in the chat. Nice to see everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. Hey Jessica, hey Anjali, hey Laura, Master Kunta, Karen. What are you laughing at? Ready for January's anniversary? Fuck.
What is your name? Kuta.
I can't. I fucking can't.
Amazing. Bro, Nuda, I'm calling you Master Kunta for the rest of your life. I'm just letting you know that. That's your name.
Oh, I pronounced it wrong. Yeah. Wait, what is it?
Shit.
I don't have my glasses on. Nobody sees me with glasses on, but I do need glasses.
But it's Nuda.
Nuda. Okay, can I call him Kunta?
Or New A. That's
Kunta.
his new name now. You're Master Kunta. Not Kancha.
At least I didn't say it. I didn't say the C word. I didn't say the C word. I don't have my glasses on. I do wear glasses, but nobody sees them when I do videos because my husband's like, I can see the reflection, take them off. So I'm like, fuck. But whatever, Mr. Kunta, thank you for joining us.
Already one for the books. We start now.
Oh my God, welcome to the Midheaven Podcast Shit Show Holiday Edition. We are excited to be here. Those of you guys who are level 2 and level 3 who support the channel, people like Kelsey J, Hera, Earth Goddess, Paula, Ramona, Jessica Martinez, and Kayla Ann, you guys are superstars. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Those of you guys who are level 3, that's the benefit of being level 3. You're gonna get a reading with us first, so we will definitely address your questions first. So you get one 3-card reading at any point during the month when we do these lives, usually twice. Sometimes it's hit or miss. So if you are a part of the level 3 who wants to get that reading, let me know. Otherwise, check out the links in the chat. You're going to see somewhere on there. There's also the information scrolling for the PayPal. If you guys do send us a PayPal payment, just let us know so that way we can see who you are. Sometimes your name differs on PayPal versus YouTube.
Moment of truth.
Oh, are you doing it? We're trying to see if we can get him on the live. Let's see. Oh, this is like an inception. Oh!
that?
You have to turn your sound off though.
That's crazy.
Okay. You're just gonna hear wah, wah, wah,
I am
wah.
actually.
There's so many lives going on right now. What the fuck are we doing? I don't even know where to look.
Can I mute myself?
Hold on, I gotta turn this off.
That's
There we go.
insane. What are the odds that we back?
Okay, so people are gonna like hate us for doing this, but I can still hear myself. Shit. Hold on, wait. Okay, there. No, I can't do that because
Yeah,
then
it
they're not
doesn't
gonna
let
hear
you
me.
mute it, right?
God damn it.
Gosh darn it.
Okay, well, at least we know Mike can go live. That's the
That
important
is
thing.
fascinating. I'm very happy about that. Let me see if I can ping.
Let's see if we can get it
This
on.
is a momentous occasion.
Yeah, because Mike has obviously been in Instagram jail, so he has not been able to go live. Paula wants her reading. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Hold on, let's see if we can turn the sound off.
Just turn your sound down.
It's all the way down.
It's just like at a low level.
Yeah, it's the lowest level. It's still, you're gonna hear feedback.
I'll have to leave shortly, but
People are gonna be like, "I'm in the Matrix. What's going on?"
Beautiful.
So we've got Paula and yeah, we've got a couple people in the queue right now. I can see myself twice. What are we doing?
We're like in the live, and there's a live right there.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers. Here we go.
Of the live.
It's the real Matrix. Ooh, oh, there you go. Inception. People are gonna throw up. They're gonna be like, I have way too many angles going on right
So
now.
Mike got that
feel like I'm in the-
Android quality. It's because it's an Android phone.
I feel like we're in like the Truman Show right now. I just see my face everywhere. Nobody wants to see this.
Oh my God, I do got that Android quality. That's
Come
wild.
to YouTube.
Okay, so now we are gonna go to YouTube because we've got way too many streams going on. So if you want to get a reading, go to the Midheaven podcast on YouTube. Check out the live. If you don't know the link, then you can find the link in my stories. I will see all of you guys very soon.
Well, that's honestly amazing to know.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that you can go live. I'm really happy that you're out of Instagram jail. That makes me feel good. That's definitely a Christmas blessing.
That is, honestly.
No, I'm not liking that cover. So, how about that? There we go. Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're going live. Okay, so, all right, let's get to our subscribers. So it looks like Paula wanted it. Do we have anybody else who is due?
Well, we would actually like
Oh,
to
yeah, that's right.
thank Kiki Crystals.
Kiki Crystals is the
Coming
real
through with the
OG.
gift.
I don't know if she's here right now, but we want to give her a shout out. So if you guys check out kikicrystals.com or at Kiki_crystals, she is somebody who's been following us, and she sent us all kinds of goodies. She sent the whole Midheaven podcast merch. She sent you this shirt. She sent me a shirt. Actually, I got a sweatshirt that had scorpions all over it. She sent my husband a Taurus shirt, which was really cool. So
Oh, this is lit.
thank you very much, Kiki. We wanted to open up your gift actually live. She sent us a card. Sometimes people want to send us stuff. If you do, just send us a message on Instagram. We'll let you know where to send it.
Anything, clothes, a note, a
He's
letter,
like, send us everything.
$500,000 in cash. Like,
Quickly turned into a Nigerian scam.
oh yes, your credit card number. Like, you could trust me with it. I don't know about other people. Like, I totally got you.
So Kiki said, Candace, Mike, and Blake, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have an amazing holiday season. Really appreciate all your guidance, knowledge, and most importantly, laughs this year. Mike's present is the black magician-looking bag, of course. Blake and Candace's is the other. Hope they bring soothing energy to you.
bag.
Praying, I guess, the right finger size for your ring. Lots of love, Kristen. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We
real.
have awesome fans who sometimes send us emails, messages, memes, gifts, letters. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to us to just have people who want to watch us drink and talk shit about astrology on the internet. So we're very happy to be here. Aw. All right, so let's, weed. I mean, I can't say that on the internet. I can't tell you to send me weed. I can't say send me weed on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that.
Right.
But it,
you know what I'm saying?
but if you happen to be in the
It's not like you still
California,
can.
Nevada area, I mean, we could, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to tell you not to. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to say don't send me weed.
right.
Right.
Do we? Right. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Don't send weed.
Do we have Do we have a Cash App for Shay?
We don't have Cash App. We have Venmo. We have PayPal, or we have Super Chat. We do not have Cash App, unfortunately.
We do have Super Chat, yes, if you can.
Okay, so of the level 3 people, please let me know.
Mushrooms are fine. That's definitely cheap.
I mean, I'm not going to say no to that either. Hi, Venus conjunct Pluto.
There we go.
So we had Paula, who wants her December reading, and then we've got Anjali and Kancha in the queue. Anybody else? Let us know. So I will happily take her.
Beautiful.
So, Paula, let me know if you have any particular questions. We will get on into it. Those of you guys who sent us PayPal, please just let us know. Be patient. Be with you. I promise. Oh my God, we have a Christmas surprise at the end of this video. Wait until you guys see this.
Paula.
My Jupiter 16 degrees, second house, Neptune 27 degrees, third house in Cap. I admire Cap energy because organization and discipline are not my thing. How can I tap more into that Cap energy this season? That's a great question. So Jupiter in the second house and Neptune both in Cap. Let's take a look. Thank you guys. We'll check the queue in just a second. All right, Paula, let's see what the cards have to say. Although one thing I'm going to tell you, just knowing what's going on in the cosmos right now, is like the second Venus-Pluto conjunction is happening as we speak. So it's a great time to just be open to what that's teaching you. And I think a lot of it is like learning to love the process of having a goal, right? Having a goal in mind and like becoming very fixated on that and realizing that it's going to take time. 1, 2, 3.
Shout out to you, Shay. Take your time. No.
Literally learning to trust the process, I feel like, and also letting go of any previous issues or things relating to disappointments. I'm going to assume if you're telling me you have all of this Capricorn in your second house, then you're a Sag rising or you're a late Scorpio rising. Let me know. Whole sign you should be Sag rising though if this is all taking place in your second house. I think the Chariot card is interesting because it talks about just having a goal in mind and figuring out more in a sense of the direction of where you're going, right? And so what I like about the Chariot is that it does talk about needing to be emotionally connected to where you're going, what your intention is, what it is that you want to create, having a goal, an end goal in mind, or some kind of like plan in how to get there. So this is more for you about execution. I think also with the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups is like learning to trust yourself and like letting go of issues in the past where maybe you feel like you didn't trust yourself or there were situations that happened that manifested more in a sense of like even intellectually. Oh, so you're saying late Scorpio. So technically it's whole sign third then. So it's your whole sign third house. So it's communication, ideas, your daily routines, your daily habits. So for all Scorpio risings, this Venus retrograde is interesting because it's all about the flow of how you're going about things on your day-to-day. What's in your immediate environment, how you're thinking, how you're communicating, even what's going on with your gadgets, your technology, stuff like that. Talking to a lot of Scorpio risings who like their computers are crashing or their car broke down, or maybe they finally like had some issue and they have to update some kind of like technology or like software. So for me, I think more of the breakdown actually comes from the lack of belief or the lack of communication or the lack of ability to trust yourself. 7 of Swords kind of insinuates that something's missing or something's perhaps left behind, or maybe you're beating yourself up for like feeling like in some situation you didn't necessarily see everything. And so you're like, okay, I'm not going back there. I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to make that same mistake. 5 of Cups also coming up, I think is interesting because the 3 of Cups is spilt over. This is a card that's being like kind of like bummed out. What you're not aware of is the 2 of Cups in front of you, where it's like not so much the focus on the past, more focus on the future, new partnerships, new opportunities to connect with people. The Scorpio rising horoscope is so strong for relationships this next year. It ain't even funny. You're going to find that relationships show up and they help you, but really the way to work with that Saturn-Uranus square in your transits right now, I think is really talking a lot about just communicating and asking for help and knowing when to reach out for people or say, I don't know, I don't understand, I need more information, or we need to have a reading, or we need to have a meeting. So there's some sense of like you trusting more in the process of knowing when to ask for help, and if you're lost, actually connecting with somebody who can get you on the right path and giving you guidance. So that way you feel more emotionally kind of secure. The Chariot is a card that I see associated with Cancer, and the Five of Cups is a water energy. So it's also kind of saying like not getting stuck in your feelings and being able to like really fully move forward and know that you can trust the decisions that you're making and that you're not going to feel like you're beating yourself up for repeating the past. Focus on, and I said this in another video, I said this on my channel, it's going to take 90 days, guys, 90 days to get Venus through Capricorn, really going into a new sign, getting out of all these conjunctions with Pluto. We're not really going to see change until March. So New Year's resolutions pack a major punch this year, and you're really going to find that if you're actually putting them in motion, especially now prior to the new year, it's even better. And it's going to take about 3 months to see things come full circle. So I would say don't focus on the past, focus on moving forward. Connect with people and ask people for assistance, especially when you're falling into old patterns of self-doubt. So that way you feel like you can kind of make the most of these transits. I love a Venus retrograde in the third. I would say affirmations are really good for you, and also just really focusing on positive self-talk and self-love. Maybe write like a love letter to yourself. I know that sounds silly, but that might be a great way to kind of utilize the Venus retrograde there. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Jessica Martinez, thank you for your generosity. I appreciate that. We will definitely
nice pre-roll.
Buy some pre-roll.
In your honor.
In your honor, thank you. I know that we have, do we have any other level 3? Thank you, Jessica. We've got Paula, who we just spoke to. Kayla Ann, my Venus in Cap has me feeling some type of way during this retrograde. Can you tell me what to expect for me and in 2022? You want to take her?
For Kayla? Mm-hmm. Let's go. Feeling some type of way.
What degree is your Venus, if it's in Cap, Kayla?
What can to expect for the retrograde?
Thanks, Jessica. We'll put you in line.
Ace of Cups, the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords. This is beautiful, Kayla. I like the Page of Pentacles here too, which is very gangster. So we're looking at reinvention for you. That's what you can look forward to expect. This is actually super gangster, especially knowing your Virgo moon and Aqua sun. So like, let's just say maybe your sensory stimuli has been overloaded, your capacity to process all the psychic phenomena around you, right? And you picking up so much that you can process that may have made you feel stuck. Please confirm this for me too. If you've been in a position where you sense what's possible moving forward, but you just feel stuck, maybe because of so many variables, possibilities, and maybe some element of just like fear, maybe indefinitely limiting beliefs. And the reason why this is beautiful is with the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups, this retrograde is facilitating spiritual awakening. You have inadvertently been blocking your own psychic ability with limiting beliefs that may have been projected on you, or just a temporary period where you're expanding your mind, and so you're learning to change your thoughts. And this is going to tap you into that High Priestess where like you're super intuitive, and the Ace of Cups is new love, but really through, you know, spiritual awakening. Now that I really picked that up heavy for you. And as a Gemini Sun Cap Moon, I feel like we're going through different octaves of the same thing, but it's like we're getting away from our old thinking patterns. You're aligning with your own body. This is tapping you into your intuition, which is opening up everything that was blocked before because it was in front of you, but you didn't know how to see it. And this is Page of Pentacles is for Kayla, you know, your reinvention. It's you now that you're stepping into, you're seeing with new eyes here. You're seeing with your heart intuitively. I feel like you're moving away from the Aqua Sun more to the Virgo Moon, and like this is going to help you reinvent how you do everything that you do. So I like really how it
finishes with the Ace of Cups.
Exactly. Like it's super awesome. It's like she's in her feminine and then boom.
Well, also realizing that she's breaking through things and like she's kind of like graduating in a way of like learning the difference between anxiety and intuition.
Right, exactly.
Right? And that all paths kind of lead to like love. I mean, Ace of Cups is love, you know? It is.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's self-love or romantic love or whatever.
And like Virgo Moon, I've been feeling my psychic abilities kicking in strong. And that might feel like with the Virgo Moon paralysis of analysis because you're getting input with so much stuff. And the High Priestess is going to have you tap into your natural rhythms that take you out of this anxiety. And that's amazing. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. We've got a whole list of people who are in the queue. So thank you guys. We've got Anjali, Kancha, Michelle, Ebony, Kayla, and Rachel. So just we're going in order. Don't worry, guys. So I will take Kancha because I know you have Anjali.
Word.
So Kancha, this is for you. You have a 3-card question. Kancha says, 3-card reading. My name is Kancha. I'm a Taurus Sun, Moon, Leo rising. My question is, I would like to know about my love situation. I've had an on and off relationship and would like to know if he will eventually want to have a relationship. He a Pisces. All right, let's see what's up. So in regards to Kancha, the Taurus Sun and Moon with a Leo rising, what do we need to know about the Pisces? Is he actually going to want a relationship? Oh, those 2 cards wanted to come out together. Let's take a look. What's the deal here? Why do I get the impression that it's like either a schedule or a work schedule or like something's not quite syncing up? Because I do feel like there's potential here. I will say that. I do feel like there's a lot of potential here. I feel like the 7 of Wands is an interesting card because it kind of talks about kind of realizing that you've had to take the strategy this year of learning not to push the river. And in order for you to stay on top, it's like there is a sense of you needing to kind of sometimes remind yourself to take a step back and not feel like you need to be dominating in the relationship. It's like silent confidence is kind of the key that I would say with 7 of Wands reversed. You're not having to actually stake, you know, claim in your man. You're not doing anything to kind of like show people that you're in a situation where you feel insecure. I would say really focus on feeling secure in the connection. So that seems to be really important. And the other thing that I see here is you've got the 5 of Cups coming up. Sorry, we've got a booze handoff.
Oh, yes. Sponsored by Bacardi Gold.
Sponsored by you guys. 5 of Cups and the 8 of Coins reverse kind of makes me feel like somebody's been disappointed because they feel like the other person isn't putting in the work in making that connection. Okay, if we're going to be sponsored, we're going to be balls to the wall sponsored. Why not? Can we not? Can we?
Shit.
This is future manifestation. Watch Bacardi reach out to us. Hey.
I wish they would.
Yo.
But 5 of Cups, 8 of Coins reverse makes me feel like there's some sense of like disappointment almost in a way. I've told him I'm not forcing anything. Yeah, no, you're not doing that. But I'm wondering what the deal is. Is it you're feeling like both parties are not actually showing up and doing the work that's necessary to get to the next step? Or is there actual work restrictions or schedule restrictions that are getting in the way of you guys being able to see each other? For a lot of like Leo risings, I think about Saturn being in your 7th house and Uranus in your 10th, where there is like this bend and break in relationships and it's getting to a breaking point. Being that you're a Leo rising, I would say at least give it about 8 weeks, which is interesting because that's going to lead you into about February while you're going through a Mercury retrograde in your 7th. I do think that I wouldn't take it personally if you feel like he's not making the time. I would focus more on being like, look, I'm doing what I need to do. And if I'm not feeling like I'm getting the same energy back, he told me he was ready, then he actually didn't commit. Yeah, you've done what you need to do. And I see the disappointment here with the 5 of Cups. I really get the impression that there is a sense of you being disappointed because you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, I did everything up until this point and you didn't show up. Page of Pentacles is an interesting card as the final card because it still does say, hey, there's some hope here. It can grow. It can develop into something. But pages are inherently selfish. They're children, right? So it's like, this can sometimes be the boyfriend card where it's like he's doing things on his time when it works for him, emotionally, time-wise, financially, whatever. I would say to you that the Page of Pentacles is a good start. So it's saying it can be a seed towards you guys moving forward. But at the same time, it's like you looking at it going like, well, how much time do I actually want to invest into this? And how, do I get him a really nice gift? That's kind of like a very Leo rising Taurus thing. It's like, well, I'm going to do this really nice thing. Let's see if that sways him in a way. Maybe. But I feel like it's about really looking at things from the perspective of, is he meeting you at least halfway? Are you getting what you're putting into it back? And if you're not, then it's saying instead of setting yourself up for disappointment and feeling like somebody is not doing their part, then it's a really good idea to take a sidestep and go, you know what, actually, I'm going to focus more on work. I'm going to focus more on me. I'm going to turn that energy. Take a fraction of what you're putting into him and put it on yourself. Because personally, oh, for sure, he's immature. Yeah, I mean, Page of Pentacles is a kid. I mean, and it's not bad. Of all of the pages, I'd rather have the Page of Pentacles because that's the seed, right? That you can plant and it can grow into something. But this can also be saying that you're not just fucking around, that you're looking for purpose. Eventually, the Page of Pentacles becomes the king. The business owner, the spouse, the parent, the whatever. So you're looking for somebody who can show up in that way. And I feel like with Pentacles, time is money. So there was some sense of like really looking at it as, in logical sense, giving it about 4 more weeks, seeing where you stand, use the retrograde to go back and forth. Don't take it personally because I feel like this has nothing to do with you. I don't see other people in the mix. I think this is just more about taking it a step further. You've been really cool, calm, and collected with like not laying a claim on him and not needing to put a title on it, but that can only go so far. So to me, it feels like I wouldn't allow that to go any longer than about February. And at that point in time, it's like it can be about going back to the drawing board and really reflecting on, well, what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and learning not to take it personally. You might actually get a response out of him where he's reaching for you if you kind of bring the energy back to yourself. Hopefully that's helpful. I want hot chocolate too. Somebody said they want hot chocolate. Do you like hot chocolate?
I actually do. I've been sleeping on Starbucks.
He likes rum and eggnog.
Oh my goodness.
That's his new favorite thing.
I just forgot how heavenly that was.
Okay, so you want to get Anjali? Anjali says, how does he feel about me? Is he waiting for Venus to go direct and reach out properly?
So like, if you can text me, like...
Yeah, I'll text it to you. It's easy. You just...
Like next week or something?
2 parts eggnog, 2 parts rum. Should be 1. A splash of rum, and then whipped cream, and then nutmeg on top. And then, of course, you have to put it in a Santa glass. Oh, please, if you do that for your family, can you take a photo of all of your family? I would love to see your Nigerian family drinking...
Most we drink is like wine nowadays, but I'm gonna make that right.
I should have gotten you a Santa cup. Do you want me to give you a Santa mug?
I won't say no.
Okay.
Oh, is he waiting for Venus to go direct or reach out?
He is on chocolate.
Okay.
Fuck.
So, Anjali, let me just run down the Taurus vibe. As a Pisces sun, Taurus does not really wait. As a Taurus rising in Venus, we're stubborn as hell. We're stubborn as fuck. So like we're fully expecting you to do what it do, and he's dangerous because he's fully aware that he has you right where he wants him. So like don't wait for him to do anything. Like if he really desired that, it would have already been done. This doesn't mean that he's not into you. It's just he's gonna have a much more, I'm not gonna say slower, but just more grounded attitude towards everything, to where, you know, he's very magnetic. So if you were asking about like an Aries or a Libra, you can kind of like induce action, but like this is a solid individual. So to answer your question, he's not waiting, but that we're gonna see what he feels. Okay, if anything, he might be like preparing something, but like once the nodes switch, you'll get a much more accurate. And that's not a bad thing. It's just something to keep in mind. Both of you are composite Aries sun. So once Jupiter goes into Aries,
I love how you just You just know that. Well, that's the middle ground, I guess. You know.
Yeah, but like, and it's interesting because that's gonna jumpstart your connection or with any Taurus. So boom, so we got the Ace of Wands. That's freaking crazy. We got the Ten of Swords, and we got the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups, and we got the Lovers. Anjali, this is insane. Y'all are having passionate sex. Just letting you know right now. He's fulfilling your Mars. He's fulfilling your Mars in Taurus. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do things between you and him feel dead? Like it's just like a stop. It's just like a standstill. Because we have the Three of Cups. That's like you both connected as friends, maybe even friends with benefits. There was a mutual, and Pisces and Taurus are best friends. So that's like the Three of Cups connection, right? But the Ten of Swords is this dead winter. It's like everything's kind of frigid. She said yes. Well, guess what? We got the Ace of Wands. This is Jupiter in Aries. This is that spark. You're sensing, you came in before things were supposed to spark. And so we have the Lovers. Both of you have a legitimate Lovers connection.
I've been wanting him to say sorry.
Anjali, you may honestly just have to blow up on him and just like there's a certain assertiveness that Taurus will appreciate from women, right? That maybe more masculine zodiac signs will compete against. So like you want to be Martian towards him. You, especially if it has Venus and Taurus, you don't want to be masculine. You just want to be assertive in your own feminine way and like lead forward, lead the relationship. He will, as a man, lead things forward, but with you activating the Mars, it will stimulate things. So the Ace of Wands is talking about a new spark that's going to happen in the near future that's going to open up love. And I can only think that has a lot to do with coming into May. So it's going to be before May, but this is what we're stepping into. And that's really awesome. But right now, the Ten of Swords is dead. Like
I love that she's like on it. I wish everybody was that communicative when we do readings.
But Anjali, like you have much more power than you realize. Now, when you blow him up,
she said I gave her the green light.
Don't do it. That's perfect. But don't do it over text. Make sure when you do it, Taurus is physical. It has to be real because he's not gonna.
She's a Taurus rising?
I think she's a Gemini rising.
Oh, okay. Well, the Saturn Uranus square is if she's got planets in Taurus or fucking pow right now. Big pow.
If you're sensual with him and you're touching him, whether platonically or erogeneously, while you're blowing him up, it will have a huge or different effect. If you're just texting him, it's just not gonna. You can text the air sign and they'll play mind games with you, but Taurus, you want to make it really real. Oh snap! Bam! Word.
Yeah, thank you. Also, if you do click that website link, we'll update it because we changed the booking software for Beyond the Veil. But if you go to beyondtheveiltarot.com, you can see my schedule and you can book.
If you can get him in person, because Zoom, it will be better. Zoom is literally perfect, but if you get him in person, save it all for that, because that'll be it. But if you can do Zoom is perfect too. You can do
Saturn square Uranus, though. I mean, you want that face-to-face drama. Mm-hmm. You want that face-to-face drama. You need to like give him
activate your Mars and
an Oscar-winning performance. Jessica Martinez, thank you for your generosity. We will definitely get some drink and some smoke. I will gladly give you a reading if you have a specific question. Otherwise, it will be general. Let me know. Then we're working through the list. So we've got Michelle, Ebony, and Kayla on deck. We got a couple other people. Don't worry, guys. We're working through our list. But I would be more than happy to answer questions for Jessica Martinez, who is already super supportive of our channel. So thank you for your generosity. We appreciate it. He lives in another country. Girl, the Saturn square Uranus is gonna play out all next year.
He plans on flying to my city soon enough. I'll let it out then. Yes. And
Yes.
in the meantime, you can give him sneak peeks in Zoom because this is even perfect.
Sneak peeks in Zoom.
Seriously, no, but seriously, I love that you're saying that because this is all leading up to Jupiter and Aries, where it's going to be a lot more like it's new spark. That's the Ace of Wands. So you're literally in the 12th house frigid zone. It's like a resurrection that's happening. So just kind of like go with the flow.
Wow. So these cards jumped out. Like
major.
literally all jumped out.
Nice.
And being that you were so generous, I want to give you 2 other cards for clarification. So before I show you the 2 other cards, because this is very interesting, I want to talk a little bit about the Star, the Death, and the Chariot. Those of you guys who are new to tarot, or you're just tarot babies, you're just learning, there's only 22 majors in the whole deck. Okay, and the majors are big, pivotal kind of turning points when it comes to, you know, themes with what's going on in your life. So when these cards pop out, it's time to pay attention. The Star card is a representation, I think, of something relating to healing, but also connectivity, unity, being able to see something all the way through. When it's coming up in the past, it's saying having healed from the past, having let certain situations go. I definitely think that the Star card in the past is interesting because it's saying like you've come full circle with things, you've made peace with people, you've been able to feel good with kind of going your own way in your own direction. This is the card that comes after the Tower. So it's kind of saying like there's been a lot of clearing that's happened, definitely leveling up in a way, leading you to the Death card. So it's interesting that it's saying like, just when you think you've learned your lessons, just when you think you're done, it's like, nope, we're going higher. So there's something about the Death card being in the right now that is the, it's not good enough. Okay, I've come a long way, but it's not good enough. We need more. And what I like about the Death card is that this does kind of talk about, especially after the Tower, of the welcoming of a new era or a new pattern or a new relationship. And very much being in this very Pluto phase. I would look at where Capricorn is in your chart right now because it's doing a number on you. The Death card also can talk about sexuality and kind of getting deeper into levels of intimacy and learning more about kind of shedding everything, like who you thought you used to be, how you thought relationships went, how you thought your relationship with money was supposed to be. Okay, so you're telling me, I know when the next cutoff is. Yeah, I mean, you've been in this period pretty intensely. It's going to be from November until February. So you've got until maybe about beginning of February. End of January, you're really going to see it. I think that it's interesting that the Death card is popping up in the right now because it's saying that you know that it's gotten to a point in certain situations that you must create change. You must cut something off. You must end something. You must renew something. And the Chariot is saying to take action and that a lot of this transformation is going to be more emotionally driven. Now, this may be change revolving around your roots, your lineage, your home, where you come from. It may revolve around how you're responding to people out in the world. I think the Chariot is an interesting card because it also talks about being more focused on the goal as in how I want to feel, not how my life looks, right? So it's like how I'm going to feel when I get there. Like, I guess the comparison I could make is if your goal, and I'm not saying this is your goal, but if your goal was to lose weight, it would be to feel better, not to see a certain like number on the scale, right? So you're not gauging it the same way. You're not gauging transformation in the same physical way that you used to. The gauge seems to be more about how you're feeling. And you'll know once you get to that point that you feel differently, you feel better, you feel renewed. Now, the other 2 cards that jumped out, which I did not show you, is the 2 of Cups and the High Priestess. So it's saying when it comes to unions, divine unions, relationships, partnerships, marriages, business partnerships, there's something revolving around really trusting the process of stripping everything down right now and getting really real with yourself and knowing that the universe is going to provide exactly what it is that you're asking for. And it's about trusting the process and connecting to the vision. It's like I love talking to people about relationships for a living. It's one of my favorite things to do because I find it very fascinating, but I also like really love getting to the core and talking to people about getting outside of the superficiality of relationships. And when you really break it down and get real with yourself about what you want and what you need, it's often very different than what you like. Okay, like people don't like that. So I think what's interesting is that the death card is coming up and it's saying when it comes to partnership, you're becoming more acutely aware of what you need and realizing that what you need and what you've always liked may be somewhere in the middle, and that you're gonna find that people are gonna start showing up in your life, especially in the new year, and helping you make that segue, and that you are already intuitively connecting to some of these energies intuitively in meditation, in your dreams. If you're telling me that a lot of this energy is in your 6th house, then it makes sense that you got Aquarius in the 7th and that you're bringing in some kind of soulmate or connections with people who are actually going to really, in a very Uranian way, be the soulmate, the partnership, the business partner, the best friend, the whatever that you need. It may not come in the box that you expect it. It may not come the way that you expect it to come. It may come in the form of a friendship, which transforms into a relationship. It may come in the form of a business partner who gives you all of the support that you thought you were actually needing or seeking from somebody who would be a romantic partner. So it's interesting because it's saying that you're more focused on how you want to feel in partnerships, less focused on how it looks. So I would say be present with that process, be open to it. It seems very magical. It seems like it may complete in a way that brings you more into, you're going to be more in tune with your intuition. I'm completing a relationship that started in April. It's complete for me, but still lingering. It needs to be done. The horizon looks great. New relationships for sure. I see it and I feel it. Cool. Then just know that, you know, when the death card comes up, there's always something new. And I think it's also about learning when to say, oh, I've had this lesson already. Thank you next, because this feels very thank you next, where you're willingly opting out of the same emotional kind of patterning, and also realizing that you're not so fixated on partnership that you're willing to settle, that there's also somebody who's out there making the same decisions for you. So let me know when they show up. Hopefully that's helpful. Thank you for your generous donation. I appreciate it. All right, so we've got Michelle who ordered a 3-card reading. What the fuck do I have to look forward to in 2022? Gemini Sun, Sag Rising, Aries Moon.
I fucking love it.
All the Gemini, Sag energies are like, for God's sakes, please let it end.
I remember Aries Moon, Gemini Sun. Every time I talked to her, she'd just talk to me about who she beat the fuck up or like put in her place.
Aries Moon team.
So awesome. So awesome. So like, yes, I got you. Was that a 1-card reading?
It's a 3. So she said she's a Sag Rising, 7th house Sun, I'm going to assume, Aries Moon.
You're moving 2022 for sure. If you're not moving, you're renovating. So this is
the Jupiter transit.
It's you understanding a very powerful element of your, oh my God, we got the 10 of Swords. So please confirm this because I'm going on a limb here. But we got the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. This is not a fuck boy.
I just want to know, have you been going back and forth with 2 people? Gemini in the 7th?
I was thinking this is just someone that's This is someone who looks the part, but it's not the
Aries
part.
Moon gang gang.
So King of Wands, King of Pentacles is like a very passionate, wealthy person that's just either corrupt or it's just the wrong timing. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody because this person may give you offers, but you're thinking about moving. Yeah, Michelle, you're going to move. It's not going to be Pisces. It's going to be something. You're going to move into a place that's beyond what you think you're capable of, and it's going to be your dream home. You are establishing your dream
Mike,
home.
are you psychic or something?
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? But
call me now for your free reading.
So there's one person back and forth.
Well, there's another person trying to break through.
So, interesting. So like,
I'm gonna stay in my lane.
And I really like that interpretation. If there is another person, that is going to be interesting. But regardless of who this person is, it's a no. Back and forth. Ace of Wands reversed with the 10 of Swords. This is like there's potential. It's budding, but it's just not going to But here's the thing. It's not set in stone. So if the King of Wands goes upright, the Ace of Wands will go upright. This blockage is saying that this person you're talking to is not fully invested in you. I don't know if he's like taking advantage of multiple opportunities or he's going through like a stuck part of his life, but it's not saying that it's bad to go forward, is as long as this person is thank you, Michelle, like just not forward, which you sense intuitively.
I have to say something. I have to say something.
Please go ahead.
Get your own fucking space. Okay?
Oh shit.
Get your own fucking space. Ooh. Jupiter's gonna go in your 4th house conjunct Neptune. Whether they're in or out, don't move a motherfucker in. Trust me on this, because by the time you see that Jupiter retrogrades back into Pisces, and then there's a Mars retrograde the second half of 2022, you don't want to have a situation where you're like, new space, new me, and then you move them in, and then you guys are back and forth. Like, get your own space. Be careful about letting that person in.
He's living with his baby, and I'm so glad you said it's the X. This is a Venus retrograde X, and that Ace of Wands reverse is gonna look super promising, but it's trash. Like, don't fall for it. Okay, and it's your ex, so like, it's not just a piece of shit. Like I'm
not saying that because of the baby mama. I'm saying that because of the transits.
Right, and this is King energy, so your ex is legit to a degree. He just needs to be in integrity. So like, don't fall for the okie doke.
Just get your own space decorated. Don't take somebody else into consideration. Don't give a motherfucker a drawer. Don't give them a key. Nothing. Okay? If they prove their weight within a year, maybe. Wild. I love ruining relationships on the internet. That's my favorite thing to do. Not ruining them, but trash. Just saving people. saving people. Right.
So no love for me. Michelle on wheels, not at all. In fact, I just got
the
Ace of Cups right now. I didn't even expect you to ask it, but I instinctually split the deck. It's the Ace of Cups, but if you say yes to that Ace of Wands, you're gonna block yourself to this new opportunity, because this is the Venus retrograde test of closure, but it's gonna test if you reopen some stuff. And like, I'm not gonna say no, you're gonna realize no.
There was another king though. You don't see that as somebody else trying to break in?
I saw that as the same person, but I want to keep in mind that you said that, because it probably is another person. Maybe she left one person and now it's maybe just two different people.
There's a bunch of like soulmate do-si-dos going on right now with this Venus retrograde. Like, ain't nobody safe until March. So don't be getting married. Don't be moving in nobody's fucking baby daddy. Don't do it. Yeah. Just do you.
And then you're gonna have the 5th house transit in Aries, and that's gonna be new love. So we got the Ace of Cups. You're gonna get the new foundation, new home.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I think what did we say? May going into June, Jupiter and Mars going into your 5th. That'll be a better time to make a decision.
Beautiful.
Hopefully that was helpful, Michelle. We got Ebony, who has a 1-card pull. She just says, thank you, Purple Heart. Ebony, if you're here, let me know if you have a particular question. We're going to tell it like it is, baby girl. We're going to tell it like it is. So hopefully that was helpful for Ebony. Yeah, thank you for specifying, as in your. Shit. All right, so this is going to be for Ebony. Wow, the Chariot again. Yep. Miss Ebony, I'm wondering, because this can talk about emotional shifts, but this can also be talking about moving. Clearing things out of your house, moving house, focusing on guiding yourself intuitively. What I love about this card is it is connected to Cancer. I submitted the payment before I knew what I was doing. Okay, ask me your question. The Chariot still talks about you getting your ducks in a row and figuring out how you're going to actually execute or get somewhere, emotionally or literally. The Chariot can be a card that's talking about a move, an emotional shift. It can be talking about letting the stars guide you, learning more about astrology, learning more about your intuition. I feel like with the Chariot coming up though, I think it's talking more about where it is that you physically want to go or where you see yourself going. There can be trips that are being planned. There can be things relating to travel, booking flights, making changes with a car or a vehicle. But what I love about this is he's got 2 sphinxes, and usually in other decks you'll see 2 different horses, and one's kind of like full steam ahead and the other one's kind of, holding back and all over the place. to me, it's saying that you need to kind of get this in order and figure out how you're going to execute things. So if it's like, I want to move, I want to update my car, I want to make more money, I want to do this, like you need to kind of sit down, set, and actually write out your list of priorities and organize them and figure out how you're going to execute things. Because it may actually take you a period of like several months to kind of make all of this happen. But literally and very specifically, for you, connecting to either travel or stuff relating to transportation is a huge emphasis. Realize that because this is ruled by Cancer, it's also saying that the universe is responding to your moods and your emotions and what you're emotionally ready for. So you may say, oh, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to buy a new car. I'm ready to kick out my fucking boyfriend, whatever. But if you're not actually emotionally in check, then you're not going to see the physical change. In fact, you're going to kind of see like an unsteady chariot. It's going to be a little chaotic. So there's something about this that's kind of making me feel like I would actually tune into what your intuition is telling you. I feel like, you know, this is a guy who's going to be guided by the stars and he trusts in the transits. It may be talking about you learning more about the transits in your own natal chart right now before you make decisions and knowing when to make a move, when to launch something, when to buy something. So that way you feel more emotionally empowered and you can actually kind of confirm things relating to your intuition. But full steam ahead, it looks like there's big changes happening for you, especially in June and July of 2022. Hopefully that's helpful for you.
Sweet.
So next up, we've got Kayla. And she did not ask us a question, so just let us know. Also, we're going to call last call on the readings, guys. We got a couple people left. Kayla, let us know. It looks like you picked one card. Let us know what your question is. Ooh, Aries moon, Sag rising. Time to get the show on the road. You may be getting, definitely more opportunities for road trips in spring, but you might be moving as well.
Kayla, we have spiritual awakening, new love, and reinvention. This is going to be grounded. So if we're using the analogy, this doesn't have to apply to just romance, but if we're using the analogy to romance, this is a brand new beginning. I want you to think of like a new love. This could apply to your career. This is going to apply to every part of your life because it's going to branch out omniversally, whatever. But like you're starting something new, but it's such a grounded, slow start. It's not just like a whirlwind romance. It's like really taking your time to seed Page of Pentacles and like grow and understand your heart through these experiences. So I really feel like this Ace of Cups for you is spiritual awakening in the sense that you're connecting to a much pure aspect of your soul and your heart. And you're gonna bring this love and filled cup to everybody. You're going to bring it to your finances and to your exercise, and this is going to reinvent you. So this could manifest in a new romantic partner. This can manifest in a new love of what you do, but you're awakening new intuitive abilities during this period. And I just like that you said thank you. Like your gratitude really is what's going to facilitate a lot of this. So that's beautiful, Ebony.
There's so many Aries moons. Aries moons, raise your hand. How many Aries moons? Mars has entered the chat. We're ready. I'm super ready. I'm an Aries moon. I'm super ready for Jupiter to go into Aries. I'm ready to travel.
Soul evolution.
I'm ready to get another house and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm stoked for it. I like the Aries moon gang. Looks like we've got Rachel, super sweet. Rachel said, no question, Merry Christmas, my fellow whores.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas,
shout
Rachel.
out to Rachel.
Rachel.
Yep.
I'll give you a card anyway, Rachel. I appreciate your generosity. Merry Christmas and a ho, ho, ho to you, bitch. You get the Justice card. Fairness, balance, paying it forward, but also this feeling of what goes around comes around. So I love that maybe you're in a situation right now where there's just a lot of you calling a spade and telling people what's up or telling people where you stand or really kind of in a way upgrading where you're at when it comes to your relationships with others in all forums, not necessarily just romantically, but there being something relating to balancing out relationships, seeking equality, asking people to show up, and you also being really aware of just what's going on karmically. I think that's so important right now, guys. We are in a retrograde and there is a lot of Saturn energy. So if you're pulling the Justice card, It's talking a lot about just being aware that there's something going on karmically where there's like a lot of give and take, but also rebalancing of scales right now. So I would say pay attention to giving and receiving, not literally, but energetically and in terms of support. That seems to be a big theme for you right now. Hopefully that is helpful.
Amen.
So we got Brandon, who did not ask us a question.
Hey,
Brandon,
Vaughn.
let us know. Brandon Walton has a 1 question. And then
Shout out to you,
Karen,
Avon.
you're on deck. You're next.
Ooh, Avon, this card flew out. The star card, dreams come true. So especially with the devil card, this is you overcoming temptation, limitation, and shadow aspects that have held you back. It's very unorthodox though, because I get the vision of everything that you've been taught was taboo is actually the gateway and key towards everything you ever want. You're just re-changing and enlightening your perception around it. The boogeyman is no longer the boogeyman, but the star card is a vocation. Brandon, I feel like you might be stuck in this proverbial, like, you don't need to work a 9 to 5. Like you're going to make a dream that you want to live real. If you want to be performance artist, if you want to be a book writer, like you're going to fully say, oh, and you're a Gemini sun, bro, come on. So like Aries rising, that's it. So like this Jupiter in the 12th house, basically Jupiter going into Pisces is going to inspire you with a dream of what you really, really want to be. And you're going to start to be that Aries. So you need to really accept that your dreams are coming true. And I feel like the star card is the goddess Isis manifesting in a feminine counterpart with and for you. But the devil card means she's sexy AF. And like she may be a little bit taboo in the way, you know, maybe she might have an OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you just have to be okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, would you date somebody with OnlyFans? I would get the camera and direct certain pictures, but like, it is what it is. This is someone who's probably also
So
like,
Pluto
well
on your
known.
moon right now.
Oh,
Like,
it is. It's probably someone who's known too, or is going to be famous. So something to keep in mind because you're stepping up to that too. Congratulations, Ava.
All right, so we've got
The fitness thing, yeah, definitely.
Miss Karen Hernandez, Scorpio Sun, Pisces Moon, Aquarius Rising. Found myself unexpectedly out of work in November. Any advice for my next step? Also, Rachel, we see you that you just snuck in. We got you. All right, Miss Karen, let's take a look.
I would. Avon, me too. I feel you.
So
Some people
unexpectedly
would, but
out of work in November. Aquarius
unless it's, like,
Rising. That's very
poor
Saturn
legacy.
square Uranus. I would say it's giving you the space to figure out more of what you need to do, at least up until the end of January. But let's see what the cards have to say. So 4 of Cups, right? So here's the thing. Look at this more as an opportunity to figure out where you need to fill your own cup. You notice that he's kind of looking around, not totally thrilled. The 3 of Cups is up, where he's focusing on what he's missing out on, not getting to go to work, participating in work, people who are working, people who stayed employed, versus the Ace of Cups right here that's actually being offered to you. And so it's kind of saying like whether you need to fill your own cup or focusing more on work that feels more fulfilling, work that feels more in alignment, something that you really love, right? A lot of Scorpio suns are going through it, regardless of your ascendant sign. Next year, all of the fixed signs are going to get hit pretty hard because of the nodal changes and the eclipses. So if I think about you having an Aquarius rising, I really feel like clear into like the second half of January, beginning of February, because of the Saturn squares, also because we're going to have a retrograde in Aquarius. It's a lot of figuring out, what do I want? What do I think? What do I value? The South Node is moving through your 10th house, boo-boo, so you can do this the easy way or the hard way. You can willingly let it go and go, this shit's toxic, and then adopt new emotional behaviors when it comes to work or an at-home business or gardening or something relating to like Taurus 4th house stuff. Real estate, design, decorating, catering, cooking, flowers, floral stuff. There's so many things that you could integrate that I feel like the Saturn-Uranus squares are really trying to get you to think about where you're living. Is it sustainable? How do you want to feel? Wouldn't it be nice to be closer to home? And, you know, Scorpios, man, we do not do well with change. So I get it. I feel you. I have planets on the same axis. I'm dealing with some of the same stuff. But I think the beauty of being an Aquarius rising is that you're actually going to be some of the leaders in some of the changes and the innovation and what's going on in the workforce in this next year. So your willingness to say, okay, this is creating space for me to focus on what I do want, Not focusing on what didn't pan out, what didn't work is the most important thing. Ace of Cups is saying that you might fall in love with somebody, you might fall in love with something, a place, a job, a hobby. Focus more on giving yourself that space, at least for the next month, to figure that out. And know that the eclipses that are taking place in Taurus are actually trying to get you to focus more on your emotions and ways that you can make money from home. Don't lose sight of what's really going on here and get too fixated on feeling left out, okay? Sending you lots of good, abundant stuff and lots of good things happening for you financially, especially with Jupiter going into your second house. You have a lot to gain February, March, April of 2022. It's looking pretty good. So we've got Janae, and we want to say a special thank you to Nolani. What is that? Nolani? No, I botch everybody's name. I'm not going to pronounce anything anymore.
Nolani.
But we're gonna do a spread for you as well. We already called final call, so we're just wrapping up whoever is here. So let me give you Janae. We'll do that donation reading, and then we'll get Rachel, and we're gonna call it a night. So Janae says, one card pull. Hi, I love your podcast. Cancer Sun, Leo Moon, Aquarius Ascendant. Just want a little clarity on which direction I should head in 2022. So she's got one card, Aquarius Rising.
Oh, congratulations. You start
Cancer Sun.
Cancer Sun. So you started a brand new 12-year cycle. You're stepping in. Oh, you're a high queen. Tell these bitches they have nothing on you and that all this shade you're getting is under. Listen. Because you're a Cancer Sun. And y'all Cancers do this humility shit. And we all know behind closed doors, y'all know you're fucking divas with the moon in Leo. So tell these bitches to get off your dick, because I know there's shade. I know you feel the shade.
Love you, Karen. Good luck.
And you have to take your power back. You're starting on a brand. You're high queen. You're high queen. If you're a Leo rising, you get the hair flip. If you're a Scorpio, you give the death stare. Scorpio rising, you're the high queen. Tell these bitches to get off your fucking dick and like really just own that. And you're gonna feel uncomfortable as a Cancer because Cancer is so nurturing. But you have to activate the Leo moon, and as the Aqua rising, there's stuff that you know about yourself now that, you know, Pisces is gonna change the game and step you into so much more abundance. And listen, I'm just feeling very strongly, tell these bitches, get off your dick. And I really mean that in the sense of people trying to undermine this extraordinary sense of yourself. And like, you have to be controversial. You have to be cringy. It's not cringy, but like Aquarius is cringy as fuck because like they know what's up.
Because they can be. They can get away with it. They don't give a fuck.
And you got the Leo moon. So like you must feel like a diva and people will love it. People will love it because you're owning it. It's not fake. You know what I mean? You're not trying to be something you're not. It's gonna switch on your energy. So we literally have the moon card. I'm gonna do the moon reverse and upright because the moon is wishy-washy as fuck, but like this is definitely talking about, as the 9 of Pentacles, you being that bitch. I'm not gonna lie, you're Cardi B, like you're fucking, I mean, you're not Cardi B, but like you're definitely in the queen energy. 9 of Pentacles is you really stepping into your financial independence, right? But the moon card is you so psychic into your occult abilities that you are coming out of a veil of yourself. You're redefining the fears and the and the illusions that might have fogged you, and you're tapping into your own inner rhythm and intuition. And when the fog clears, you're gonna realize, oh, I'm so wealthy and independent. I can manifest whatever money I want. And this is literally you tapping into it. But if it was the sun card, this would be more like, look at me, I'm shining. But it's the moon card, so it's mysterious, it's feminine, it's alluring. You wanna have fun with this with your imagination. And it's also saying that your imagination is super valuable. You're almost Cardi B. Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, I mean, you're a different version of Cardi B, we'll say that. Because Cardi B is more like directing your face, and you're more like diva, bitch, you better already know what it is.
How do you know all of this? Where is this coming from?
It's coming from
Cardi B's my favorite, by the way. The Aries Libra full moon.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I love me some Cardi too. I feel like she's a breath of fresh air. Yeah.
Oh, could her?
And like I have the moon in Capricorn squared or sun and moon, so I don't want to like her. But like I can't not like her.
You can't not watch that.
So
it's like watching a
not
car
to like her.
accident.
Like it's crazy, right? It is what it is. But hey.
Kristen, thank you so much. If you're just joining, if you go back to the beginning once we're done doing the live, we actually opened your gifts. And we read your Christmas card and we gave you a shout out. So those of you guys who are not aware, check out kikiscrystals.com or at kiki_crystals. She hooked us up. She gave us awesome Zodiac merch, all kinds of crystal jewelry, goodies, and more. So make sure you check her out because she's a big supporter of the podcast and gave us a very nice gift. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It's nice to see ya. We're wrapping things up here. So I've got Rachel Parks who asked a question. Would love to know what work direction to go in. I'm doing many things and have many passions. Taurus, Sun, Gemini, Moon, Virgo, Rising. Thanks. And then we've got Nolani and it looks like Sophia snuck in there.
Yeah.
So Rachel, this is for you. If you are a Virgo rising, you've got the Mercury retrograde and also the Venus retrograde in your 5th, which is what do you enjoy doing? What brings you happiness? What can you create? It's going to be a solid 3 months of going back to the drawing board in terms of your hobbies and trying to figure out how you can actually manifest that and move that into a legit side hustle. You might be good at a lot of things. Certainly creativity takes work. Take your time. Give yourself lots of patience to work through that. And if you do, then March through June of 2022 may be very lucrative for you. So let's see what the cards have to say. So we got the Hermit reversed. And that's also with the 7 of Swords. So to me, this is kind of saying it's more about you turning inward and asking yourself, not what's going to be the most productive. Kind of challenging when you're a Virgo rising. There's a lot of emphasis in, and with the Taurus sun, and what's going to make money? How am I going to make money? What's going to actually sell? What's going to be productive? Okay, sure. But the Venus retrograde is going to happen in segments and it's going to make aspects to your ascendant as well as your sun. And I think the most of it's going to come March through June of next year. I want you to focus more on the process of being creative. What makes you happy? Going back to things that are maybe talents from your childhood, taking new courses or workshops on being creative, finding ways of crafting and being able to do things like that. I noticed that your moon's in Gemini, so it tells me you're very versatile, and to some extent, it's gonna take you until about May or June of next year to really kind of figure out, can I juggle two things? What am I good at? How can I kind of get something going while I'm maintaining my day job? The Hermit card is reversed, so it's saying like you kind of neglected taking the time to actually go through the process of like really shining a light on why you stopped doing certain things that brought you joy or why you stopped doing things that brought you happiness. Really focusing more on the inner process of the journey and the experiences that you're having rather than the external. I would say like go and listen to some Alan Watts. Like when I find myself in a bit of like a creative block or a funk, that's somebody who I go and listen to a lot because he talks a lot about, well, if money wasn't everything, what would you do that would make you happy? What are you most passionate about? Sometimes we need to hear that, especially when we have a lot of earth in our chart because we become so fixated on what's going to sell that we lose track of the creative process. So I'd say welcome a process of being really introspective and asking yourself, why did I stop doing certain things? What makes me happy? What am I good at? What have I not explored? And really sitting with that probably until we come out of a retrograde, whether that's the one in February or the one that's going to be in May, June of 2022. The Hermit reverse is saying that you have some fear or trepidation in actually going there and asking yourself, why or when did I stop doing these things? And also issues with trusting yourself in the process of knowing that you're willing to take chances. So being more open and willing to take chances when it comes to what you're doing creatively seems to be key. So hopefully that is helpful for you. I'm really excited. You have a lot of earth. This Venus retrograde is going to be very good for you if you actually take the time. So we've got this one.
Nolani, Leo Moon. Okay, so as a Leo Moon, Nolani, real spirit, you want to be the Leo diva, but be unspoken in the way you deal with it. Because the Saturn opposite moon is going to challenge how you maintain and honor your own inner feelings and heart against a bunch of snub-nosed, groupthink, collective vibrations that want to kind of, oppose that. This is ultimately going to complete and strengthen you. It's going to connect you with people who you feel you can connect with, but you probably have Pluto and Scorpio, and people love to hate on Leo. People love to hate on Scorpio, but people can't fuck up with Scorpio.
Motherfucker wish they would.
Right. And Scorpio wishes you hate, right? But like, people love to hate on the Leo energy. So like, just you just have to kind of be with the moon, be unspoken with it. And we have, of course, the Seven of Swords. We got the Five of Wands, and we got the Ace of Wands.
A lot of Seven of Swords coming up tonight. A lot.
We got the Nine of Cups, and we got the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is usually lost, so I see a blessing in disguise with the Four of Wands. A blessing, yes.
It's a blessing in disguise.
This is my mic.
It's the Christmas miracle.
Yo, you caught that instantly. Yo. So like Four of Wands.
Don't stop the blessings.
Four of Wands.
Don't receive the blessings.
Oh my God. Four of Wands reversed with the Five of Pentacles is like you're throwing a party or like you're coming in a community and like no one shows up. And like it's just not necessarily like as popping as you may think. But the Nine of Cups this is your wish come true. Nine of Cups over all of this is talking about wish come true because we got the Ace of Wands, which is a new spark. We got the Five of Wands, which is struggle and competition. We got the Seven of Swords. So we have this element of competition. The Ace of Wands is like a brand new opportunity that with the Five of Wands gets people competitive, wanting to really get this opportunity, and it gets duplicitous real quick. I personally see this as competition over you. It doesn't have to be romantic. I personally see this as people inadvertently wanting to get your attention, whether it's corporations competing with you over advertisements. It's very interesting because with the Five of Wands, this could be your sense of competitiveness, and you're using ingenuity with the Seven of Cups to finesse everybody, deceive everybody, and come out on top. And it's not bad that you're deceiving. It's kind of like you're dealing in a position where people are being deceptive anyway, and you're just kind of showing them how it's fucking done. So like, this is really dope. Like the Seven.
Spoken like a true Gemini.
Oh yes.
Be the villain.
Oh yeah. No, seriously.
Set the world on fire.
We know the real villain is Pisces, but Gemini is like the front villain, right? So like, Seven of Swords is you
you're just
coming.
the full man.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. And then Pisces comes to you like, yo, you heard it from her. So like the Seven of Swords is like you coming out on top, taking advantage of the clash of egos and like really Moon and Leo feeling what you have to do. But Nine of Cups is no matter how challenging it is, you're going to get everything you want. But it's not going to look like that at first, especially with the Five of Pentacles. It's like, you're good. That's it. That's it. That's the Seven of Swords. You're going to act as if you went through a loss, but like you're celebrating victory. It's like you're going to win $100,000 and you're going to be like, hey, can I get some money? And you're just gonna be like, whoa. It's genius. I love it. Congratulations.
And last but not least, we have Sophie.
Pisces rising. Congratulations.
Let me know if you have a question, Soph. Otherwise, I'll do a general card for you. As always, thank everybody for watching and liking, sharing, subscribing. Even if you can't donate to our lives, just by watching, it really helps us. By subscribing, it helps us too, and commenting on the videos, it helps us get into the algorithms on YouTube and get this shit show out there to other people who like astrology, who are probably a lot better organized and kind of put together than we are. But you know, it is what it is.
Right.
So we're gonna do a reading for Sophie. Hi, boo boo, Miss Nap. This is a good friend of mine, another spiritual witch mama. Oh, what was that card that just dropped?
Ooh.
Want to know?
It was the Lovers.
Oh, the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Miss Sophia.
Damn.
What is going on? So someone connected to my ex who is in AA with him and friends with his dad just texted me. Oh, spill the tea.
That's some Knight of Cups shit.
Someone just connected to my ex who is AA with him and friends with his dad just texted me. So here's the thing, okay? Before you go even further, I wanted to know what cards dropped. Shook, he just said, hi, how's it going? Hope you're well. I have no idea what he wants. So the Lovers card coming up with the Ten of Cups says, like, right now you have choices and you have options. The Lover's card is choices. It's duality. It's going back and forth. It's Gemini, talking, communicating. To me, I get the impression that on one hand, he wants to genuinely see how you are. And maybe there's some connection to the family. Maybe you'll hear more from other family members or people connected to him. The Knight of Cups is harmless. So it's kind of somebody who wants to kind of talk to you and see how you're doing. But at the same time, realize, you know this, it's a Venus retrograde. And I know your chart, it's in your 5th house. So we got to see what sticks come next spring. 2, the Lovers means there's another choice. There's always another path. It's always saying be mindful that all roads still lead to where you want to go. 10 of Cups is marriage, happy family, happy ever after. And maybe talking about trying to invite you to a family gathering or get together or something that's being celebrated. So be mindful if something like that comes up. I feel like the Knight of Cups being upright is positive though. It's kind of saying like it's somebody who genuinely wants to know how you're doing. Wants to check in, they mean well. I mean, these are all positive cards. You read tarot, you don't need me to tell you this. Knight of Cups is emotional, connected, receptive. The Lovers can be talking about twin flame energy or something relating to a soulmate, and the 10 of Cups is like, you know, what's the deal? Here's the thing. For many people who are a Virgo rising, Venus is retrograde in your 5th. All the people who you've been in love with in the past may come back because it's kind of like that window of opportunity is closing right before Jupiter goes into your 7th, and it's like off to the races in the spring of 2022. And like, whether it's people from the past or people who come into your life, like you're going places, marriage, commitment, partnerships, it's all in the cards for you. I do feel, could it be a message from his dad? No, this isn't from his dad. This is a message from him. So the fact that you've got other people who he's connected to reaching out, they may be paving the road to make it possible for you guys to talk or connect. I would wonder with all of this water energy, is it just an emotional thing? Does he have something physically that he can back up behind this? Is there something that makes me feel like it's more solid that's actually going to give you what you need? The Emperor says you are going to deal with his dad, or you are going to deal with an Aries, or there is some sense of him coming back around being like, I've got my shit together now, can we talk? I'm trying not to be biased in this, but that's literally what the cards are saying. So if it's been a period of time where you guys have been separate, especially because you mentioned AA, where he's been focused on sobriety, getting his shit together, whatever, he may have been talking to people being like, look, I really want to make amends and make things right with this person. You know, can you help me through the process of doing that? And whether this is a sponsor or this is a family member or his father, it seems like that's the case. I feel inclined to tell you that regardless, you're going to get your happily ever after. But the problem that I'm seeing here is like, the Lover's card and the 10 of Cups can be a lot of telling you what you want to hear. We want to see if he's actually going to have some kind of physical shifts that he can show you, that he can prove. Not just a job, not just his dad vouching and going, he's been sober for X amount of time, not just him showing up and saying, hi, I love you, I want to be your husband. Like, there's got to be more than that, because the Knight of Cups can be very dreamy and kind of whimsical. He may throw around the talk of like marriage or commitment, but I get the impression that you really need to wait until about March going into April to see how this pans out. I also want to see if he's consistent and it's not just his emotions speaking. And the fact that you guys are on 2 different paths right now, like the Lover's card is saying there could be another option for the both of you. But it's almost like you guys are checking in with each other before that window of opportunity closes. Definitely kind of keep your guard up. Be mindful, at least until you get into Aries season, before you make any major changes. For at the very least, I would say it's safe to talk to him. I would be careful getting too wound up in the family, because this could be a situation that's like somebody getting desperate right at the end of the year, right around the holidays. Hi, I miss you too. Okay, come to Christmas. And then you're thrown into all the family shit. I have no reason to think he's trying to get back with me. He hasn't been trying. No, but that's kind of where this is going. There's people who are either helping him, guide him in the process of trying to reconnect with you, or there's going to be other people from his family who may try. So
beautiful.
Keep your eyes out. Be aware. Hopefully that was helpful. Keep me updated. Let me know what happens. We pretty much got all of our, we got all of our questions out. We got everybody handled for the evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. You wanna do the special? Are you okay with that?
Hold on, before we do that, I'm gonna do a quick pick card reading. Super quick.
Okay, put the 3 piles out and then we'll talk about it.
So I'm gonna do.
You can give it to me while he does that.
I'm gonna do 3 piles.
Fine.
And they're gonna be breakthrough piles, and there's also gonna be like sex breakthrough. But other than that, we got pile 1, we got pile 2, we got pile 3. Here's pile 1. Here is pile 2. Here is pile 3. That is fucking awesome. Okay, so pile 1, your breakthrough is motherfucking stacks. You're coming into that money. And not only you come into that money, it's assured material gain. So this is you stepping into more affluence, power, it's accumulation of your finances that's going to just solidify. You're stepping into a new solid romantic, I'm sorry, I saw the step lovers in it. You're stepping into a new solid foundation that's going to be your new norm. Pile 2, sex breakthrough, of course, is the Wheel of Fortune. So
yeah.
This is that unexpected lottery sex. This is just like kind of layer like that. This is taking a risk. You can't be afraid to take a risk. It's going to work out in your favor. So for pile 2, we got the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new financial opportunity. And we got these rogue cards, 10 of Cups, Lovers, 10 of Cups. So y'all are going to come into some fulfillment. You're coming into soulmate fulfillment. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles pile 2, which, and the soulmate fulfillment is for all piles, but like the Ace of Pentacles is a brand new healthy beginning. This is a brand new grounded beginning that you want to really nurture. The sex breakthrough is the Hermit card reversed. So you have to get out of your hermit. You have to get out of your comfort zone, and like you're gonna be able to get the sex you want, but you have to go out the house for it, and you have to actually go fucking get it. So for
What the hell is that? The emotional music breakthrough. Spirit speaks. I don't even know.
Yo, Hermit card is also like unorthodox arrangements. So for 7 of Swords for the breakthrough card for pile 3.
What the hell is that? Was the creepiest thing ever. That happened out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I love
Spirit
it.
was like,
Get out the house. No.
fuck.
7 of
Quickly turned into a
Swords.
horror movie.
I love it. And you got the King of Wands too. So you're stealing home base. And so you're gonna have to break the rules here. And you're gonna break the rules in a way that's smart. So it's not wrong what you're doing, but you have to be willing to not play your hand. And you have to be willing to fool certain people. The sex breakthrough card is the 2 of Pentacles reversed. So you're probably going to have a couple options, and you have to let go of your hoes. I'm just telling you, you have to definitely, I feel like you might drop this is really weird. Like you might kind of drop the ball, and it's going to help you out. It's like you might not be sure who to choose, and then the wrong person won't work out. But the 2 of Pentacles is saying be adaptable. Don't be too rigid. And yeah, y'all, congratulations.
I mean, hopefully that was helpful for everybody. And there's so many people who have stayed on through the entire live stream. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. Okay, this is my new baby. He just woke up. So say hi, everybody. This is Francois. He's our new mascot for the Midheaven. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel and being here. We really appreciate it. And we're wishing you a very happy holiday season. You want to say anything?
I'm just amazed at this beautiful puppy right here.
I know, he's a Christmas miracle. You're a Christmas miracle. Yes, you are. Look at you.
Thank you, Michelle on Wheels.
Everybody who donated and supported the channel this year and who has been watching, we thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. We're excited to bring you 2 more episodes. There will be the final episodes of the year, and it's all going to be the breakdown of the most important transits of 2022.
Boom.
If you guys are not already subscribers, please do consider you make it possible for us to keep doing this filming. Oh, hi, buddy. Anything else?
Thank you guys as always for tuning in. Make sure you join level 1, level 2, and level 3, or you could just join level 3 and you will get level 1 and level 2. But other than that, y'all have a blessed week. Y'all have a blessed holiday and New Year. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see all of you guys very soon. Take care.
Boom.